Morning everyone, welcome back to my channel. So welcome to you, me and the family, or if you're new here, welcome. I'm Hannah, a mum of 4, and they range from 15 years to 2 years, 2 girls, 2 boys, and we live in the southeast of England. Today I thought I'd do a recording of a haul I done from Asda that only cost me £7.55. So what I've done is it came to in total £58.95, but I had some e-vouchers and all that lot. Tell you what, I'll show you the breakdown and then you can see how come I've got it for the price I did. All this shopping would have come to £58.95, but I bought some gift sets online last week when it was 3 for 2, and on the gift sets that I bought you got £15.50 cash back for each one. So somehow, with all the calculations without me trying to confuse you all, I earned £46.50 in my cash pot on the new rewards app that they've got going on. But when they got delivered, they were damaged. Some of them were smashed and the boxes were all crushed, so I had to complain to Asda and they refunded me anyway. But they said keep what I could salvage from the gift sets, so I have. And in my cash pot, they left the £46.50. And then they credited a £5 e-voucher for the inconvenience of Steve having to go all the way over to Asda to try and sort the situation out. So all in all, when I used all the vouchers and the cash pot, it came to £58.95 minus the £46.50 minus my £5 e-voucher. So for all this food I only paid £7.55. So what I'd done with the value of the £58.95 was buy all products that I could use to build up my pantry for winter, because everyone knows food prices are going up. I've even noticed things going up weekly now, which is even by 1 or 2p, or the big jump of 10-15p. It is really starting to scare me now that we are going to struggle come the winter feeding the family and keeping the house warm, because I've been topping up the gas and electric trying to build a little pile of it there, but the electric, no matter how much I try and save, the kids are using it. I'm going around behind everyone, switching all the lights off, pulling all the plugs out of everything, even the cooker. But we're still using about between £3.50 to £5 of electric a day. And it is really scary, considering we haven't even started putting the lights on or the heating either. And I am really starting to worry. So if I can ease the burden of the heating and electric in the winter by cutting the food costs then I'm going to do so now. So enough rambling. I'm going to quickly show you everything that I bought, and I've wrote on the packaging how much it cost at the time of purchase, and the time I purchased this lot was the first couple of days in October 2022. So if you watch this video later on in the year or next year, these prices chances are will be higher unless inflation starts going down, but I really can't see that happening for quite some time. Every item I've got here has a reason for it, so I will go through and just explain. And yeah, so I'll crack on and I'll show you what I've bought. Ketchup, self-explanatory. Kids pretty much have ketchup with all their meals except if we have like gravy on the dishes. And I've got the Just Essential one to try. It's 42p at the moment, so that will go in the cupboard for a backup for when the other one runs out that's in the fridge. Am I the only one, or is there more people out there that once condiments are open, like ketchup, salad cream, barbecue sauce and mayo and stuff like that, you keep them in the fridge, or do you just put them in the cupboard? Because there is a big debate about this, fridge or cupboard once they're opened. Can you write in the comments and tell me what you do? Because I quite like it cold from the fridge, and according to the packaging it says store in a cool dry place, once opened keep refrigerated and consume within 6 weeks. but people still just put it in the cupboard. But yeah, get off the ketchup subject. Table salt for cooking, it's now 30p, so I've got one of them. I prefer table salt, not table salt, Himalayan salt and rock salt, but table salt usually goes in like the pasta and the boiling of potatoes. I got one diet lemonade to try. It's the Just Essential range rather than the dearer ones. They're only like a little bit dearer, but we always try to have a bit of fizzy at Christmas time, and we're trying to taste all the different brands and prices now of the products, so that we don't have to just have the expensive stuff like Pepsi Max all the time. We like the cheaper stuff as well. I got some breadsticks. They were, where did I put the price on them? I didn't. I think they were like 55p. Because the kids do like breadsticks with dip as an afternoon after school snack, or a light lunch with vegetables as well. I got 2 big pots of gravy. I got the chicken and the meat. Both of them are $1.85 at the moment, because when it gets winter and colder weather, we have more gravy based dishes like stew and dumplings, pies, roast dinners and all that lot. Whereas during the summer it's more salads and like lighter meats and all that lot. So that's why they're there. You can never have too much gravy in the cupboard. I got a big bag of icing sugar because I'm trying to do more baking now, and the baking season for like Christmas cookies and cupcakes and that lot is just ahead of us. So I've got a big one of the icing sugar. I got a variety of flours. I ordered this wholemeal bread flour for £1, but I did also order a strong white bread flour, but they substitute it for the British plain flour, which I don't mind. I use a lot of plain flour anyway. I'll just have to order some more bread flour another day. That's 80p. And then I did order the Just Essentials plain flour, which is 58p. And then the Just Essentials self-raising flour. But I think they're just using up the Asda Smart Price range as well, and gave me one of these instead. Doesn't matter. It'll go double bagged. So I'll get a big sandwich bag, put it in that, seal them all up, and then put them in the cupboard in order of date that needs used by, and then work my way through them, but they will get used. I got a couple of these easy quick bread mixes because I do like making my own bread, and I don't think you can beat the smell of homemade bread cooking in the house when the weather's cold outside. So I got 2 of these so I don't have to fanny around making bread. These are self-explanatory. You just add water, give it a bit of a mix, knead, and then leave to rest and improve. They're 80p each. And then move the just out of the way. A big bag of granulated sugar. These are for teas, coffees, kids cereal and stuff like that. That was, did I tell you, £1.35. I got a box of baker's yeast, easy sachets, 6 times 7 sachets for when I do make my bread. I do put my yeast in the freezer rather than in the cupboard because it keeps it fresher for longer. And yeah, I mean, you can keep it in the cupboard. It does have a long use by date, but to keep it that extra bit longer, you can keep your yeast in the freezer. I got 2 jars of the chicken paste for sandwiches for Haley and Shane when he can't have sandwich meat. They're 24p each at the moment. They're just to go in the cupboard for emergencies. I've got an array of sugars for cookies in the winter, like Christmas time. We make a lot of cookies. So I got 1 Demerara sugar, that was £1. A light brown sugar, which was £1. And then a dark brown sugar, which was £1.30. All the same measurement, but the dark brown was 30p dearer. I saw this Asda's broth mix, and I thought it would be fantastic for when I do stews. of bulking it out so that I don't have to put so much meat into the dish. It's £1.15, and in it you get a melody of pearl barley, peas, lentils, and is perfect for soups and stews. So I like to make homemade soups. I've started saving all my chicken stock bones and peelings of onions and veg and that in the freezer, and I will start trying to make my own veg and chicken stock for when I do make homemade soups. So that's a good hint and tip. You can peel all your peelings like veg, onions, carrots, all that lot. Just put them in a great big sandwich bag in the freezer, and then when you've got enough of them, put them in either the slow cooker or a big stock pot on the top, and boil it up for a couple of hours, and you've made your own veggie stock. Or with chicken bones, after about 3 or 4 chicken carcasses in the freezer, bung them all in a pot of water, maybe a few herbs and that, and you made your own chicken stock. So it saves a lot of money there, and it adds a lot of flavour to your dishes. I got 3 packets of the chicken noodles, Just Essentials. With the Just Essential range, you can only buy 3 of each product. So, well, that's what I found online. I don't know if it still is the same now or not. But they were 22p each. The kids and Steve and Nathan all love noodles. They're a quick, easy and a filling meal, either for lunch or a light dinner. I got 1 packet of spaghetti because I do have a lot of spaghetti, but being a family of 6, 1 normally isn't enough for our family, so we normally need 2, like 1.5. So I normally buy 3, and then that will do us 2 meals, but I've just bought 1 today. I bought 6 packets of the, again, it was Just Essentials, but it's come through as Asda Smart Price, sponge mix, 40p, and all you need to do is just add an egg and some water, and you've got a quick and easy pudding. All you do is measure out the water. Can we see it? There it is. All you do is add an egg, water, mix it together, put it in a cake tin, cook it for 15 to 18 minutes, and do that while you're cooking dinner with a tin of custard, and you've got a nice pudding for the kids and your family. I got 5 packets of the, again, Just Essentials, but Smart Price have really come through at the moment. 19p is instant custard. All you do is boil the kettle and mix it together, and you've got a nice warm pudding after dinner. Or what I do in the winter is I make some of these up, put them in little Sistema pots or something, and send Hayley to school with them. And it's just as easy as opening a, you know, you can get those really prepared 50p custard pots. Saves you a lot of money doing these. I got 2 packets of the Lasagna Sheets. They're 75p each. I got 2 packets of the sage and onion stuffing, because my family do like a bit of stuffing with our roast dinners now. I prefer it when it's just, you know, when you just make it with the hot water before you put it in the oven. I prefer it like that, but everyone else prefers it when it's all cooked and crunchy on top. What does everyone else think? Do you like it sneakily before you cook it, like in the oven, and you've just mixed it? Or do you prefer it when it's cooked and it's all crispy on top? Write in the comments and let me know what you guys think. I got an array of baking butters and lards. I got a willow that will go in my freezer for baking, for cookies and everything like that. An Anchor butter, because I don't think you can beat proper butter on crumpets and toast. And at the moment, Anchor butter is the same price as the bog standard supermarket's own butter, which is now £1.99. And I think that's about the same price everywhere at the moment, even at Lidl and Aldi. So I've got this. This will go in my butter dish for crumpets and toast. I got 2 blocks of the Asda's biscuit and pastry spread, like baking stuff, 75p each. They're, like I said, ideal for cakes, biscuits, pastries. And then I got some lard, because making pastry you can put lard in there as well as the baking spread, and for 42p a block it'll be good for when I do my jam tarts and mince pies at Christmas time. These will go in the freezer, so it just prolongs them and keeps them a bit fresher than leaving them in the fridge, even though they have got a long use by date. I mean, next year. What was that? January, February, March, April, May, June, May next year. So that they're still being good then, but I'll keep them in the freezer. And then I've got my array of tins and jars for the pantry. I got 2 tins of sliced carrots for emergencies. I can stick them in stews, and I've never had tinned carrots just as a side. I might try that to see if it tastes nice or not, or whether they literally have to be used as a cooking ingredient. But for 23p for a vegetable, I thought it's worth a go. So I got 2 tins of them. 1 tin of red kidney beans at 33p for like chili con carnes and stuff. 2 tins of chopped tomatoes, because they're a staple for every pantry cupboard. Bologneses, shepherd's pies, some people put them in. Chili con carnes and stuff like that. So I got 2 tins of them. I thought I'd try their vegetable soup, the Just Essential range. 24p. I haven't tried it. I normally get their next price up rather than their slightly cheaper one, but it's gone up to 50p a can. And when we do have soup, we go through about 5 cans each time. So if I can save some pennies giving us soup, I'm going to. So we will all try these and see how we get on. Vegetable. They did have chicken and mushroom, but we're not a big chicken and mushroom family. I tend to use that for like a cooking sauce and stuff. I got 2 tins of spaghetti hoops, and then 2 tins of spaghetti in tomato sauce. The hoops are 16p, and then the spaghetti is 34p. They're both Just Essential. They're both from Asda. They both weigh the same amount, and they're both in tomato sauce, and they're both pasta. Why are spaghetti loops dearer than spaghetti? Can anyone let me know? Because I might be being really thick here. They taste the same. One's just a circle and one's just a line. Can you write in the comments and let me know why there's such a big price difference? I mean, that's double the price, really. But either way, the kids love them. I like hoops, and the others like spaghetti for a side dish with like beans and nuggets and stuff. So they're just going in the cupboard. I got 4 tins of peaches. Again, I can't understand why I'm limited on 3 of everything except the tinned peaches. It let me order 4. They're 34p each, and it's a good way to make sure I give the kids fruit throughout the winter, because you can't exactly get fresh peaches in the winter without them being out of season, and they probably won't be very nice anyway. Oh. Sorry about that, guys. The postman was here and the dog barked and woke the baby. So back to where I was. I think this has gone a bit blurry. Hang on. There we go. Fixed it. Yeah, peaches. On the site, it's only letting you have 3 tins of the Just Essential range, but it let me order 4 of the peaches, so that's what I've got. 3 tins of the instant custard, because literally you could just open the tin and just give it to the kids for a pudding. 40p a tin, 3 of them. 2 tins of the Prince's chicken and white sauce, because anyone that's not new here, know that my children love chicken and sweet corn pasta, and this is the sauce I use. It's literally this with a tin of sweet corn and a packet of the 30p pasta, and it's a good easy lunch for school. Like one of these, 1 tin of sweet corn, 1 packet of pasta will do my 3 kids for 2 days of lunches, or they'll have it for dinner in the summer, but they love this stuff. I got 2 tins, oh sorry, that's £2 a tin at the moment. I got 2 tins of the baked beans. These aren't for going as a side. They will go in like chili con carnes. So I'm just fiddling around. It's gone a bit funny. There we go. Chili con carnes and in recipes like stews and that. My kids are fussy. They prefer the Aldi baked beans above all others. I've tried Asda's main ones and Tesco's main ones and all that lot, but they won't eat them. So I have to just stick with what they will do. And these beans will come in handy for in a recipe. 2 tins of the Ambrose chocolate custard. At the moment it's 2 for £2. It's a nice treat for a flavoured custard. So they'll go in the cupboard. Let's go over. 2 tins of the baked beans and sausages for a nice meal for Nate. Or it'll be a couple of meals. Quick and easy. Fill them up. Do it with some toast. And at least you know that they've got a good meal in them. 2 tins of the Prince's mild chicken curry. I prefer to do the chicken curries in a tin rather than a microwave meal that you can buy. You can get cheaper ones, and I do. I get Tesco's and Asda's as well, but I got some Prince's this time because it was on offer. It's £2 each or 2 for £3 at the moment. And what I do, if I can't cook, or not all of us are hungry, but it's dinner time, we'll bust out the tinned meals, like these and meatballs and all that lot, and the microwave rices that I get for 35p. And you get a lot more meat in a tin than you would in a microwave meal. So one of these tins will do Shane, but then one tin will do Chloe and Hayley. So I think it's well worth the money getting a few tins as well. Plus it saves your freezer space as well. I got 2 tins of the chicken meatballs in tomato sauce. Mainly for Chloe, for when we have spaghetti bolognese or spaghetti and meatballs. She won't eat them, so she has to have the chicken meatballs from a tin. She is a bit fussy, but she does have an eating disorder where she's restricted on what she can and want to eat. So they're there for her in the cupboard. As a nice treat, as it is getting colder and the hot chocolate station's coming out, you can't have a hot chocolate without squirty cream. So I picked them up, the chocolate and the normal. The normal's £1.20 and the chocolate is £1.50. But it is a nice treat. They won't be having that on all of them. I forgot to say, the meatballs is 70p each. It's a bit dearer than what you can get at Aldi and that, but I got a Asda shop. And then the last few bits down here. This is the chicken tikka masala, the Asda one. It is £1.60, but it is really nice. It is nice to have a variety of different curries in the cupboard. Like I've got the Asda's Balti and the korma and all that lot. So if one person fancies a hotter curry than the other, then you've got them. It's easy. This is a substitute. I did order 3 of the Asda's Just Essential curry sauces to try, but they sent me the 1 curry korma. So 1 jar of korma won't be enough to do our family. So I'll have to split the ingredients and do a korma and a tikka masala when I come to use this. But it doesn't matter. A curry is a curry in our family. And that is 84p. Or it would have been more, but because of the price of the 3 curry sauces, that's what I got charged, 84p. Oh, I hear some footprints behind me. Nathan's awake, so I'm going to have to finish this quickly. I got 1 jar of applesauce for pork chops, because we tend to have pork chops and veg more in the winter. That was 46p. I got 1 jar of raspberry seedless jam for the jam tarts in the winter. That's £1. The lemon curd, 76p, because we do like an array of flavours in our tarts. We don't just stick with strawberry, we do raspberry, lemon curd, apricot, blackcurrant and all that lot. Plus I do make lemon curd muffins. It's a lemon muffin, but you fill the muffin case half, you put a dollop of lemon curd in, and then you put more of the cake mix on top, so that when you rip into the muffin, you got an ooey gooey, oozy middle, and it is absolutely gorgeous. So that's mainly what that's for. Crunchy peanut butter and chocolate spread. They're staples in our house. You can't not have them in the cupboard. The chocolate spread's mainly for Chloe and Hayley, and then the peanut butter's mainly for Steve and Shane. But 94p and 97p. That is everything I got. And for £7.55, I think that is a fantastic shopping haul. So keep your eyes out for these deals of the on the Asda Reward app, on the cash pots, and build it up, and then it will save you money in the long run. Same as if you can afford to buy a few extra tins with your shopping each week, I really do recommend it, because like I said, I've noticed prices going up weekly now, and I think everyone is going to struggle this winter. And if you've got some tins in the cupboard, it might help put your mind at ease, being a mum who's got kids to feed or elderly to feed. Every little helps to try and keep you all safe, warm, and food in your bellies. So take care, guys. I hope you like this video. If you do, please hit the like button and subscribe, so I'm doing something right. And I hope to see you again soon for my next video. Take care. Bye, guys.